you stay till the morning light? Or would you follow me? Or would you let it be?
Hello everybody and welcome to my cleaning channel. This is my new dedicated channel to all things cleaning, tips, tricks, motivation, stay-at-home mom motivation. If you're coming over here from my main channel, which is now my hub for all things organization, thank you so much for coming over here to support me. It really means more than I could ever describe. So let's just go ahead and get right into this 2-day cleaning video. We are starting off in my very small bedroom. Our room is always a mess. I feel like it gets neglected compared to the rest of the rooms in the house. It's just never the first priority.
I know that I said all these things, but now when you're with her, I can see that you miss me. Would you stay till the morning light? Or would you follow me? Or would you let it be? If I leave tonight, we could do this right. We'll find the remedy. Or would you stay with me now till the morning?
You will notice that our headboard has a little bit of damage on it, and we honestly don't know what happened, but it seems like the finish kind of rubbed off in one spot and it actually like peels. If I go over to it and start scratching it with my fingernail, it will peel up. So again, we don't know what happened, but I'm not sure how to fix it. I might try to sand it and see if I can just sand the whole thing so that it's not as noticeable. But yeah, that is what that is. If you're wondering, it kind of looks like a stain. It's not a stain, it's just something wrong with the headboard, which is really disappointing because it was a pretty pricey item and it came from West Elm. And I contacted their customer service actually about a different issue with the same headboard, and they were not helpful at all. And this was only a few months after I had purchased it back in 2020, so I know they're not going to help me this time either. Eventually, we may just need to buy a new headboard, but I really don't want to because I like that our furniture is all matching in here, so it's just kind of an unfortunate situation, but hopefully we can fix it.
Would you let it be? If I leave tonight, we could do this right. We'll find the remedy.
I have been using the Method all-purpose spray. I believe it's in the grapefruit scent for a while, and I really like that one, but sometimes I miss just using my e-cloths, but I'm missing a lot of them. I feel like it's because we have basement laundry that I just lose things going up and down the stairs, and the basement's a total disaster. I wish I could film a declutter down there, but the lighting is just so horrible. But yeah, I feel like I've lost all of my e-cloths, so I actually just placed a new order for them because I miss them so much.
Let it be. If I leave tonight, we could do this right. We'll find the remedy. Or would you stay with me now till the morning light? Till the morning light. Till the morning light. Till the morning light.
The dresser in our room was really driving me crazy because there's just always stuff on it. It's just kind of a clutter magnet. So I wanted to come up with something to try and help with some of that clutter. So first I cleared it off, I wiped it down, and then I went ahead and I grabbed an old planter that I've never used that I got from IKEA years ago. It's just been sitting in my basement. But I grabbed it from downstairs and I figured that could be like a hub for all of the random stuff that gets thrown on the dresser. So at least it looks a little bit neater. And then I stuck a plant next to it just to add some color. But I'm just putting my husband's like random stuff that has no other place to go in there. And hopefully that helps us to cut down on clutter just sitting on the dresser all of the time. But the other thing that I wanted to do to this dresser was add a wall cord cover. So I got these on Amazon. Pretty affordable, and I'm just using that to kind of conceal the cords a little bit. I could paint this so that it's the same color as the wall, but it's close enough. It really doesn't bother me, so I'm just going to leave it the way that it is. But I think that it definitely helped make this area just look a little bit cleaner and a little bit nicer.
Chance. We won't stand a chance.
My husband's side of the room is like a black hole for all things just to get thrown over there. He works a lot, so he's not always around to make sure that his side of the room is clean. And in the past, I didn't really touch his side of the room because I just have the entire rest of the house to keep clean. So it was really his responsibility to make sure that it was tidy. But I have been trying to stay on top of it a little bit more recently. It's just honestly kind of a lost cause because our room is so small. We just don't have enough space. We don't have enough storage space. And I think he needs to do a big declutter of his clothes because he has got so much. But anyway, I just wanted to tidy it up a little bit and wipe down the area. I also tried to organize the cords a little bit, but it's just really hard. We just don't have enough outlets. Again, we don't have enough space. So it was tricky, but I at least tidied it up and made it look a little bit better. I really wanted to pick up my mattress so that I could vacuum the entire bed frame and then also under the bed, but it's just not an easy thing for me to do when I'm at home alone, and then I'd have to take everything off the bed, and our room is so small that it would just be really hard to move with all that stuff in there. So anyway, I did not do that, but I did go ahead and use my vacuum to get underneath the bed and suck up as much of the dust as possible. It really wasn't that bad because we send in our robot vacuum every day, and she'll get under the bed and she'll mop and everything else. So it really doesn't get too horrible. That at least helps a little bit, but it is good to do this myself every once in a while too. Also, we named our robot vacuum Karen. So if you guys have a robot vacuum, I would love to know if you've named it and what their name is in the comments below.
Staying up tonight and I'm all alone. Feeling okay, then you hit my phone. Saying, babe, wanna meet up? I'm in the club, but I'm done now. Can I come up?
My under the bed storage container was looking pretty dusty, so I just wiped it down really quickly, got that back under the bed, and now I'm going to go through all of the clutter that is on the bed currently. A lot of this was packages that I had not yet opened that were for Easter. So I'm just showing you guys the couple of things I got from Amazon to give my kids for Easter. That little kitty was for Sutton. He's 1 and he's obsessed with kitties, so I got him a kitty. And then the other things were for my older son, so I got him a couple books, and I also got him a kid's digital camera. This was pretty affordable from Amazon, but I got that for him because he's always trying to grab my cameras to take pictures, and where this is my job, I really don't want them to get damaged, so I needed to get him something for himself.
Let me say thank you for all this time, babe. I've been loving every time I could call you mine. I don't know why I'm being the one feeling stupid. I'm feeling stupid now. So now it's time for the goodbyes. Everything dies while the sun rises. Oh, you're light.
Now we have got a whole ton of laundry to fold, so I brought this out onto my dining room table, and we're just going to take care of this as quickly as possible. I despise folding laundry. I also don't really enjoy watching myself fold it either when I'm editing my videos. I don't know if you guys like laundry motivation or not, but it's not my favorite thing. So I went ahead and sped this up 700% so that it would go by as quickly as possible in case any of you get bored. But there's only a couple minutes of folding. I just had so much. It was all backed up because, again, I really don't like folding it. So sometimes I will procrastinate. I'm sure you guys know that about me by now. I've been talking recently about how I haven't really been doing the filing method when I'm folding my clothes, but I actually just went ahead and did that on this day. It just kind of depends on the day. On this day, I felt like I had the desire to fold that way, so I did it that way, but the rest of his drawers, when you guys see me put it away, they're not neatly organized at all, and I didn't go ahead and fix them. I just focused on the task at hand. Most of this laundry was for Carson. I feel like for some reason he goes through more clothes than anybody else in the house. And I don't know what it is, because he's only wearing one outfit a day and then his pajamas, but for some reason it feels like he just always has so much laundry and it's really hard to stay on top of. I recently got both of my kids some pairs of pajamas from Kate and Elaine, and we love them so much. They're that bamboo material, so they're really stretchy and really, really soft. They are kind of pricey, but I do have a coupon code if you guys are interested, and that is Catherine20, and that will take 20% off your purchase. So if you need some pajamas for your kids, or you know someone who's having a baby who might really appreciate some high quality bamboo pajamas, they have so many options and the cutest prints on their website, and you might as well save 20% while you're at it. So I'll leave that in my description box down below if you guys are looking to buy some things. They also sell things other than pajamas. They have all kinds of personalized like baby blankets and swaddles and things. Just so much stuff on their website. I think they even have swimwear, so be sure to check it out if you're interested. But here is all the laundry all folded. There was so much here and I feel like it took me forever, but it was just so nice to get this done and not have them sitting in baskets anymore. Now we are going to make Carson's bed and then get his laundry put away. I did also want to tidy up his room a little bit, but I knew that I was running out of time because I was trying to do this during Sutton's nap time. And Sutton is not allowed in his big brother's room because he's got all kinds of football cards and sports cards out that he doesn't want his brother to damage. So we just try to keep him out of there. So I did the best I could to tidy up his room as much as possible, get that laundry put away, but I wasn't able to do everything before Sutton woke up. We recently rearranged Carson's room. We're kind of in the phase of trying to transition his room over to like a sports theme because that is what he wants. That's what he's really into right now. So we rearranged it to also make making his bed a little bit easier so it's not pushed up against that wall anymore. But you guys will have to let me know what you think of the new arrangement. It's really hard to give it a fair shot when the room is as messy as it is. You're not really going to see it at its best, but I think that the new system for all the furniture and everything is working pretty well for us, and Carson was really excited about it when he came home and saw that we had moved everything around.
All I need to know is that we'll roll with the punches.
Carson has kind of taken ownership of my husband's old Patriots jerseys. So they're all over his bed. He plays with them. He kind of hangs them around his room sometimes. You may have even seen that in some of my recent videos. So I wanted to get those back on hangers and put into his closet. And I'm sure they'll just be out again in like a day or two. This was as clean as I was able to get his room. It's not perfect, but it's a little bit better, and at least all of his clothes are put away. But now we are going to quickly make my bed since my sheets were all done in the dryer. I really like our sheets. I think they're by Threshold, but honestly, I don't remember now. I really like them a lot, but sometimes I do miss just our dark gray sheets that we always had before. We had a set from West Elm that was like dark gray sheets, and then we also had a white duvet cover, and it had kind of a textured material to it, and I just loved that. And it was just so pricey, and that's why I don't want to repurchase it, because eventually after a few years it did rip, and it just was also getting kind of dingy since it was white. But again, it was just my favorite, and I really want it again, because the thing that I found with that duvet cover and duvet insert set is that they actually fit each other perfectly. I never had issues trying to align them, but ever since we got this new duvet cover and duvet insert, they just don't fit together correctly. So there's always one side that doesn't have any duvet insert in it. It's just kind of flat, and it drives me crazy. It doesn't matter how hard I try to match them up. It just never ever works out. So I am considering going back to another expensive West Elm duvet cover at some point in the near future, because it just drives me that crazy.
I'm laying down it to compile it. Oh no, I see you only when you're ballin'. Oh no, I don't even care to doubt. I see you in a while, 'cause this time
I really wanted to hang up a shelf that my dad and I had built back in 2020 together, and we did that for my apartment entryway makeover video. But I've been finding that we've been throwing all of our jackets on our dining room table instead of hanging them up in the closet. So I felt like if we got this shelf and we put it out in the entryway, that we'd be a lot more likely to hang up the coats that we're using more frequently. And it just gives me somewhere to put them, somewhere to hang Carson's backpack and my belt bag when we're going out. So I was actually really, really happy that we were able to do this. I've been wanting it hung up forever, but it's just taken us so long since we moved into this house. I think it looks super cute. It does need a little bit of touching up. It's kind of worn over time. It is a handmade shelf, but I just think it looks super nice here, and I'm really happy with
for
it.
you repeatedly. I don't wanna seem to shaky. Oh no, like I'm sudden but unsteady. Oh no, and they tell me to move on.
I did not clean my kitchen yesterday, so this is one day of the kitchen not being cleaned. We've got mess all over the island. We've got mess all over the dining room table. We've got mess in the living room. It just was not an area that I was able to get to yesterday. So Sutton just went down for his nap. So I'm going to attempt to take care of all of this.
Pulling me out, then I'm right back in. I'm on the sideline where you wanna.
I don't even think this was just one day's worth of dishes. I want to say this was 2 days worth of dishes, because I had not cleaned up the night before or the previous day. So there was just so many dishes in the sink that needed to be cleaned. Some of them I threw into the dishwasher, others I hand washed, but I do like to at least just rinse everything before I put it into the dishwasher. It's just a personal preference. Filming in my kitchen during the day, like the middle of the day in broad daylight, can be really tricky because the lighting can be so off. Sometimes these shots just look really dark, so I apologize for that. I was doing the best I could to just keep moving the camera around, trying to catch some good light, but it was definitely tricky. I never think that my seasonal depression is that bad until the weather starts getting a little bit nicer. We've had a couple of decent days recently, and it's amazing how I feel on those days compared to the cold ones and the dark ones and gloomy ones. It's just crazy. So I'm so looking forward to the weather really warming up and getting nice days back to back to back instead of little teases here and there. I feel like in New England, it takes so long for it to switch from winter to summer. I feel like we don't even get spring half the time. It's just like fake winter. So hopefully soon it will be nice and warm, because I just feel so much better on days where it's nice out. Again, this is what I mean about the lighting. For some reason, when the sun is glaring in through the windows, it creates shadows, and it also makes my camera go super dark. So I'm sorry about the lighting here. I did the best that I could, but it just is what it is. I really only get one opportunity to film every day, and that is during Sutton's nap, which is in the middle of the day, and that's when the sun is at its brightest and craziest in my house. So it just is what it is. There's nothing I could do about it. Now it is time to tackle all of the clutter on the countertops and get those dishes dried and put away that I hand washed.
You said that you needed me like a cargo, you will carry me. I just hope you know my depth, even though it makes no sense. Sometimes I'm broken, too much of emotion.
There is just something so satisfying to me about getting everything put away back where it belongs and seeing my countertops all cleared off and tidy. It makes me so happy, and every single time that I do it, I tell myself I'm going to keep it this way this time, and then I feel like by the next day it's a mess again. Actually, right now as I'm doing these voiceovers, it still looks pretty good, so I'm proud of myself for that. I recently did a video where at the end of the video I organized all of our paper clutter, and I got us a filing cabinet off of Amazon that's portable, and it's like a fabric material, but it is still fire safe, and I really like that, and that's helped to cut down on the paper clutter so much. But I did still have a little bit out on my counters that I needed to sort through, and I didn't want to bore you guys by going through papers. I feel like I do it in every single video because it's just a constant battle, but I did go through those later on and get them sorted into our filing cabinet.
I'm calling up 'cause I'm right under the stars. Would you don't be leaving this mark? But baby, I'm the one who's breaking hearts, one who's breaking hearts.
I recently tried out the Scrub Daddy Power Paste and I love that stuff. It worked so well and I just used it in my shower and in my bathroom. But I'm using the pink stuff here because I have 2 tubs of it and I would rather go through the pink stuff first before I try the Power Paste on the stovetop, because this works great and it's, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right?
I guess I can't help myself. Would you call me if I'm in the dark? I'm calling up 'cause I'm right under the stars. Would you run and only leaving this mark? But baby, I'm the one who's breaking hearts, one who's breaking hearts.
I wanted to show you guys up close how nice and clean the pink stuff gets my stovetop. It looks brand new. Now we're going to quickly wipe down the appliances, and for this I'm just using my Method all-purpose spray, and this works great on my stainless steel, but in the past I've been a big fan of the E-cloth stainless steel cloth. If you have really tricky stainless steel that streaks easily and gets fingerprints easily, the E-cloth stainless steel cloths are my #1 favorite.
Overthinking, it's like we're done before we even started. So if this is the end now, baby, know that I gave it my all. I believe in us, I won't give up on you. I will be holding on for life. Hope you believe in us, please don't give up on me.
I wanted to mention this really quickly right here while I have this out. This is a free box through Hellofresh. We just ordered from them. This is not sponsored. I worked with them years ago but have not since, and we just continue to order them because we love them. We think they're really good, and it just keeps dinner simple and easy for us 3 nights a week, and we're eating like more vegetables, helps us learn to cook more. It's just been awesome. We've been doing it since, I want to say, end of 2019, and especially during the pandemic it was so helpful. But anyway, they've been giving me a ton of free boxes to give out, and it does say free box, no commitments. Just double check when you sign up that they don't like sign you up for a full subscription or anything like that. Just be mindful of it. It does say no commitments, but I honestly don't really know what that means. But if you guys want to try HelloFresh for free, this is a free box. You can use this code, or you can just click the link in my description box down below, and that's a referral link that anybody can use. If you have an account with HelloFresh, you can get a referral link, and it gives the person who gives you the link a credit, and then it also gives you a free box. So anyway, if anyone wanted to try it out, I will have all that in my description box. These are the meals we got this week. We got crispy buffalo spiced chicken. We got mustard apricot pork tenderloin. I think we actually switched the protein with chicken for this one because we're not big pork people, and that's something you can do with HelloFresh. You can switch out your proteins if you don't like something. Sometimes you can even switch out your side to make it a little bit healthier too. And then beef flautas supreme, I think is what it's called. This one is really, really good. So these are our 3 HelloFresh meals this week. So excited for those. And again, free box info will be in the description. Sometimes I still can't believe that this is what our kitchen looks like. It's just so beautiful ever since we got our renovations done, and I truly could not be more grateful for this space. It's crazy. 1 year ago today, our house looked entirely different than it does now, and I was so unhappy with it. And now, since we put so much work into it, I just love it. I love our house. It is small, but it's cute, and it just makes me happy. I am excited to report that I remembered to bring my reusable bags to Whole Foods that morning. So they were on my dining room table, and I went ahead and put those in my car so that I wouldn't forget them again the next time I go.
We watch the sun go down over the same old town like so many times. chance before we look at the same old stars.
If you are looking for a tutorial on how to fold a fitted sheet, you've come to the wrong place. I have no idea what I'm doing, and I just try to make them look as compact and presentable as possible, but I have no idea. I can't do it either, and I don't want to.
We're not perfect, but I need this night for the last time.
I wanted to get all the towels put away that I had actually folded the day before, and you saw me folding those when I was folding all Carson's laundry, so I headed into our linen closet to get those put back.
Stay. Know you're gone in the morning, but I'll be okay if you stay.
There were just things on the floor that I wanted to tidy, and also some trash that I wanted to get taken outside.
Gone in the morning, but I'll be okay.
Now we're going to go ahead and get Karen, our robot vacuum, going so she can do some vacuuming and mopping for me while I work on some other things.
We'll always share a bond, no matter what, 'cause you have.
I thought this was so funny because I noticed our cat's water dish had been knocked over and it was empty, and as soon as I grabbed it, my cat ran over to wait for me to fill it back up for her. I just thought it was cute, and then they all came running over to drink some water.
But I need this night for the last time.
Now our living room needed to be tidied up, and I went into this thinking I was just going to tidy it and then the video was going to be done, but I ended up getting into a little bit of a project here because one of Sutton's favorite toys is his Love Every toy that's like a little box, and it's got carrots that you push in through the top. He absolutely loves that toy, but we're missing like all of the carrots. So once I realized that the carrots weren't there, I wanted to look for them, so I started moving furniture. I ended up actually moving the whole couch and vacuuming underneath it once again. I feel like I do this all the time now. It's been in like 3 of my recent videos, but I was really trying to find those carrots for him, and unfortunately, even with all my effort, I still couldn't find any carrots.
Moment, just hold me closer. I'll be okay. We watch the sun go down over the same old town.
I really thought that there were going to be some of the carrots underneath the toy box, but everything else was under the toy box except for the carrots.
But I'll be okay if you stay. Know you're gone in the morning.
This is another one of Sutton's favorite toys, and they're just little plastic eggs, and he likes to pick them up and throw them pretty much. He really doesn't like to sort them just yet, but I'll leave those linked down below if you guys are looking for something to get your kids for Easter, because I feel like they're just right on theme. Now this is where I decided to move the couch so that I could look for those carrots, and unfortunately did not find any, but you'll see it's crazy. Like I was saying, I feel like I've been doing this so much recently, but when I moved the couch, there was so much under there. Even though I just did this, there was so many crumbs. I really don't know how it builds up so fast because we don't eat in our living room. So I'm so confused how this keeps happening.
I'm a mess, just trying to guess my way through this. Just don't get enough of me. Just don't get enough of me. Just don't get enough of me. Just don't get enough of me.
But once we get this couch all cleaned out and get it moved back, then we are going to be at the end of this week's video. I just want to say another big thank you to all of you who are coming over from my main channel to support me on my new cleaning channel. I really hope you enjoyed this first video and that you're excited for weekly cleaning motivation on top of weekly organization videos over on my main channel. So once again, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you are new, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit your notification bell so you don't miss any of my future uploads. That is it for this week, and I hope you'll come back again next week for another video.
Don't get enough of me.